Hey folks, Breakaway Homesteader here. I just wanted to share a video with you. Now I did share this video once before and I'm actually remaking the video on a live stream, but the audio quality was horrible and there's an echo to it because I had some audio issues with that live stream. So I'm actually going to post a video about what I've made to make life a little bit easier on us and to have our homestead open up a little bit more for the things we want to do. So two things we wanted when we moved into the homestead. One, we already had chickens, so we had to move chickens into the homestead. We had their coop that we brought with us, but I wanted to make them a bigger and better coop. And then the second thing was rabbits. We wanted to get rabbits going. And I wanted to get meat rabbits, but we ended up getting some, or actually rescuing some rabbits from someone. And they're long-haired, I want to say lion something rabbits, and we'll be getting rid of those soon and getting some actual meat rabbits. But in the meantime, it's been a great experience to learn the rabbits, to understand how they are, what they do, or what they're doing, and to gain that experience. So I think I'm ready for meat rabbits, and I'm going to go ahead and push for that. I've had meat rabbits before. I had meat rabbits when I was a kid. On my homestead when I lived in Texas. So let me go ahead and turn around and show you what I got. So here it is. It's a shed. This is an Arrow 10 by 8 shed. It costed little over about $280 to get. It took forever to build because all of the damn screws it takes to put the damn thing together. We put it on a platform. The platform is a 2x4 platform. And if you look at the side here, move that over here, you can see we made it into skids. And so this platform sits on 3 skids, so if we ever have to move it, we'll just chain it up and move it to where we need to move it to. It's not that heavy at all. And it's sitting on painted OSB, and it's construction paint, so it's an outdoor paint that's been placed on it to make it waterproof, to keep it from rotting away from the stuff that's on the inside. I've installed 2 vents, one on the front, one on the back. Looks just like that, and that's to keep the air inside cool from what I'm about to show you. So let's go ahead and open these doors and see what's behind door number 1. Behind door number 1 is a little rabbitry. You can see we have those rabbits. I call them my freeloaders. And all the food and stuff, and you can see those are the fire bricks that I got from Tractor Supply for a discounted rate, and I got a video on that if you ever want to check that out and see what's behind door number 2. Behind door number 2 is an actual chicken coop. So this is a chicken coop / rabbitry, and we've had this for about 3 months now, and we think we got it done, and we think it's probably one of the best investments we've made as far as keeping with what we wanted. It's plenty roomy enough. We have 7 chickens. We recently lost one, so we got room for more. This coop area right here could probably hold 15 chickens comfortably if they wanted to. So let's go over to the rabbit side here first. So going inside, we got all of our stuff. We got our food for the chickens, got our food for the rabbits. And I got compressed alfalfa blocks for the rabbits. And it looks nice and clean in here because I just cleaned it out. I spent all day, because it's a nice day outside, cleaning this stuff out. But here are the rabbits. Here's the freeloaders. And I think they're lion mane rabbits. But so I had a frame made out for this, and the frame started rotting away because I've used it so much, and it was exposed to the weather. So I had to take the frame out and actually just today put these new frames on. These are Do More cages, and word of advice: if you go to Tractor Supply and you buy stuff for rabbits, and you're buying stuff for rabbit cages, don't buy all the parts separately, just buy it all together. You can get it for $50 and done. And it comes with everything you need, including a feeder, a water, and these stands that come with it, and a tray. It's 50 bucks for all that. If you buy them separately, you're going to be spending about 90 to 100 bucks just for that, unless you make your own cages. Now, if you look at the cage on top, that is a different than Dumore. This is actually really a Dumore cage, but this is so old. This is probably a 6-year-old Dumore cage. They don't make them like they did before, and these collapse down into nothing, and these just stay a box. So, yeah. So we had made this a cage before, so we had to cover up that spot on the side there. So yeah, it's interesting because I had a 3 stack on 1x2s, and it was nice and sturdy. This, let's see if I can. It's a little wobbly, but I think it'll hold up. I think it'll work just perfectly for what we got. So I used gardening. Plastic gardening fencing for the middle here, and it separates right down the middle, and I'll show you the other side there. So I built this out to where it's right in the front, so if I were to close one side, I could leave it ventilated, so the rabbits can be plenty ventilated for that, and the chickens will stay inside. So going in on this side, you can see we utilized our recycling abilities by using kitty litter. Got a little bee. Using kitty litter buckets as little egg houses or hen houses for the chickens to lay their eggs in. They love these things. I'll tell you, they lay 7 eggs a day because there's 7 chickens, and they like them. There's one particular one, I think they like the one right even more. I don't know, I think it's because it's in the corner, but they'll lay most of them inside there. And then I made a waterer for this, and all this is, you can get these nipples at Tractor Supply. They're $3.99 for these nipples here, and you get a 3/8 drill bit. You drill 2 holes at the bottom of the bucket, and then they screw right in. And if you were to go get an actual chicken water, you're going to spend anywhere between $12 and $20 for, depending on how many gallons you want to use. Plus they're a pain because you got to turn them upside down and try to get them open. And so I said, you know what, let's just go ahead and try this. And it's been quite some time, and this thing has not given out yet. And you can see here, it's full to the top with water. So next we got the roost here, and it's a 3-level. There's a level on the bottom, middle, and top. Most of the time they spend their time in the middle, and some of them spend the time on the top. We have an alpha rooster who spends her time on the top. She really doesn't allow the other rooster, alpha hen. We have no roosters that sits on top and doesn't allow the other hens to come up. So that's kind of good in the situation where you don't have any roosters. We don't need any roosters. We want eggs. We don't want chicks. If we want chicks, it's easier today. It's more convenient to go ahead and just get hens and chicks. So you got a hang down chain here that holds or suspends the food bowl just right above the ground level to keep it suspended, to keep from any bugs or anything like that coming through. But it works out just fine. You can see there's no food in it. That's because I feed my chickens at night when the sun comes down. When the sun comes down and they come inside here, that's when I come out and feed them. They're outside the rest of the day doing a little bug finding, and we supplement with seed here. They're getting plenty of food because we're getting plenty of eggs. So let's take a look at the top here, and you can see there's a 2x4 that goes across the top beam, and that fits right in. That is not screwed in any way. It just fits right in there, and I built that frame right off the top of that, and it fit perfectly. Next up, I got a LED light that I got from Lowe's. Now this light is bright. It's dang bright, and it's got some brightness to it, but only pulls, I want to say, like 20, maybe 30 watts of light. And so what happens is during the winter time and during the day, we keep this on during the day as well because it doesn't pull so much, but we want the natural sun cycle to be in here for our rabbits and our chickens. So right now, the sun's out almost half the day, During the winter time, it's only out maybe 7-8 hours a day. So this light continuously shines when as in 13 to 14 hours a day. So we do that by using a simple timer, and when the lights go out, this little light will come on, and they'll have light to see inside here if they need it. They really don't need it, but it's just an awareness for them. It's kind of like a kid. They like to have that little night light. And so that's automated. I don't have to touch it. The only time I have to touch it is when I unplug it and use the plug for something else, when I just have to readjust the time. That works out well. And so for a whopping, maybe I say with the cages included and all the stuff that we did, maybe 450 bucks, we got ourselves a shed that holds rabbits and chickens. And that also includes the waterproofing of said shed, because it took a minute to get this thing waterproof. Now if you look at the bottom, everything down here is open, and so it ventilates down there, but we also have these two vents that ventilate as well, and they'll be covered up during the winter time. So that is the tour of the chicken coop slash rabbitry, and I wanted to get your thoughts on what you thought about this. I've never seen anything like this before. I know some people have talked about it, and I've had some conversations with some folks, but nobody has ever actually followed through with it. And so I've seen some people with chicken coops in there, and just on YouTube, but I've never physically seen a separation. And I figure a separation down the middle would be perfect for a, something like this. And it's inexpensive, and so if there's ever a food shortage or the power goes out or something happens, we have the accessibility to eggs, chicken, and rabbit. And rabbit is it's one of the most versatile animals that you can raise on a homestead if you're looking for a meat source. And I think a pair of breeding rabbits can produce a little over 200 pounds of rabbit meat over the course of a year. So it's very important to think about these things and prepare yourself for something like that. But I'm Patrick, the Breakaway Homesteader, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and there will be many more to come. And so you have yourself a blessed day.